this can cover the beauty community's drama right now. Hello guys, it's me, Nikki. Hello. If you know me, you know that Juvia's Place has always been my favorite eyeshadow brand out there.
Juvia's Place,
The douche.
one swipe, bam.
Like their quality and their price point is literally mind-blowing. So good, like so good. And a lot of people were waiting to see what was next for Juvia's Place after these amazing eyeshadows. So about a week ago, Juvia's Place announced that they're finally coming out with foundations and concealers. And the minute they came out with this, pretty much every one of you guys were like, okay girl, we know you love Juvia's Place. We know you are affiliated with them. Are you gonna spill the tea? Are you gonna tell us what's up? Are you gonna show us what's good? Look what came in, an entire bag filled with foundations, concealers. I have the foundation right here. You guys know that I am a full coverage junkie. The more coverage, the better. So today I am really putting it to the test. And even though I'm an affiliate to Juvia's Place, that doesn't mean that I'm gonna hold back. If I see something that I don't like, you're gonna be the first to hear it. If I don't like something about this, it is out in the open. I can be an affiliate to a brand. I can be on a brand's PR list. I truly don't care. The only thing I care about is you guys and where you spent your money on. So today is all about that. So if you are excited to see if this is any good, then stay tuned. Okay, before I dive in, there are a couple of things that need to be addressed. So the N.Y.M.P.H Juvia's Place foundation is long wear. It has a smooth application and flawless coverage in 42 shades. Formulated to give a radiant matte finish, blends easily and gives a soft focus effect. No parabens, no testing on animals, and made in Italy. So I did a little bit of research, and the colors that seem to fit my needs the most are 730 Isla La Isla Bonita, and 720 Bali. So when I look at 730, it says very fair skin with neutral cool undertones, and Bali 720 fair skin with neutral undertone. You know, one thing I really like with this line is that the deepest shade starts with the lowest number. And I believe Beauty Bakery did that too. Yes, I love it that way. All right, so it's telling me radiant matte feel. That automatically makes a little light in my head go up and say, okay, don't go too matte on the primer too, because if you go super matte on the primer, super matte on the foundation, you're just gonna look very cakey and it's not gonna be a great day. So you kind of want to balance it out. So I am gonna take a primer that has both a beautiful glow to it, but is also very nourishing. So for primer today, I really want to mix two of my current favorites. First of all, the Milk Hydro Grip. This has an amazing stick to it. Just anything is just really gonna adhere to this, and it's like glue. But since the foundation has a matte feel, they say, I do wanna add a little bit of glow, so I'm just gonna add one pump of the Huda Beauty N.Y.M.P.H in Luna for that extra shine. Okay, that is exactly what I was looking for. I'm kind of nervous because Juvia's Place is so hardcore my favorite eyeshadow brand that I'm like, I'm rooting for you. We're all rooting for you. So let's hope and pray that this works with my skin. Now, before I start, my skin is normal to combination. So my T-zone tends to get oily and everything around it is kind of normal to dry. I need the best of both worlds. Okay, here we go. Picking it up on my damn sponge and holy crap. Oh my God, I cannot speak. What? Oh my God, this is giving Dermacol a run for its money, aka the world's most full coverage foundation. Dermacol has left the chat. Oh my God, this is insane. Do you see how full coverage? All right, so as I'm applying it, the first thing I can tell is that indeed it is a way more matte finish than what I usually go for. So I'm excited to see how this kind of reacts. It is blending into the skin beautifully. You know, usually with matte foundations, it kind of like lays on top of the skin. With this, it just becomes one. And remember guys, whenever you apply foundation, you want to use up and down motions, tapping motions to get the most coverage out of your product, even though with this product you don't need anymore. Oh my God, that looks insane. Even though it is a matte foundation, I feel like I have enough time to seamlessly blend it in. Usually when they are super fast drying, you kind of get into trouble because it creates patches. Today's actually the perfect day to try this out too because it is so hot in Holland. So it's really gonna put it to the test. I am a little speechless. Like, this is, it doesn't get more blank canvasy than this. In all honesty, I didn't think I was gonna like this, but we're off to a great start. So it's not exaggerating any pores. It is kind of like a veil, like a matte veil over the skin. And moving on to the concealer. The first thing I'm noticing about the concealers is that the packaging is like big. So I'm like, oh, like it feels like you'll be set for a while, and I like that feeling. I also love the coral color going on. So the colors I have here are number 20 and 22. So I'm dipping into number 22, and I don't know anything about the concealers. It doesn't say on the little paper what the concealers really do, so I'm just gonna slap it on and we'll see. Oh, Juvia's Place said, okay, more coverage. So this feels very creamy and rich. It's nice and liquidy. Wow, okay. Wow, that just added another 20% of coverage to my face. It's insane. So this definitely is a more creamy slash liquidy product as opposed to the foundation. See that sheen that it just brought back to my face? It has a nice like little dew going on. Under my eyes, I always start on the lowest part, get that nice and smooth and flawlessly blended out, and then I go up underneath my eye. I think the combo of this foundation and concealer is like perfect too, because the foundation is like matte, but then the concealer kind of brings back life. What? I was not expecting this. Like I said, I kind of thought I wasn't gonna like this one. And here I am, absolutely living for the coverage. Like if you are looking to become a blank canvas to put all your makeup on, this is it. The foundation has more coverage than the concealer, even though the concealer already is super high coverage. But now let's see how my holy grail Fenty Beauty Butter Powder reacts to this mix, because if my Fenty Beauty doesn't work with this, I'm gonna be heartbroken. I definitely think you have to set the concealer because it creases a little bit underneath my eyes. Okay, stamping in. Okay, it is reacting well under my eyes. Let's pounce it on, baby. Oh my flipping flip-flops, this is good. Okay, so the primers, the foundation, the concealer, and the powder all work together beautifully. Like, if this is gonna last and stay looking nice all day long, I'm shook. I'm gonna go off camera, do my brows, do a little bit of makeup, and then I'll be back for all of that. Okay, so I've been away for like 2 hours in real life because, you know, it's a Saturday, I'm just chilling. You know, I was doing my brows, then I was having lunch with Dylan, and then I was doing my eyeshadow, and it's been a good while since this foundation has been on my face, and it still looks phenomenal. For the eyes, Juvia also recently launched this, the Nubian 3 Coral Palette, and I was like, since it's a Juvia's day, why not try this as well? This is just sexy. So I put that on my eyes today and really loving that. So I definitely wanted to show you that too. But so far, when we're looking at the base, the concealer, holy crap. Now it is really the moment of truth, because with a lot of foundations, as soon as you go in with the brush and kind of start working in your bronzer and your highlighters and all that, you're kind of like loosening up the base and kind of like poking holes into it, and like it creates redness and like it's not smooth anymore. So let's see how Miss Juvia is gonna hold up. I'm taking my bronzer and I'm gonna swirl this onto the cheek. I'm gonna go a bit higher up to create more like supermodel cheeks. Not that I will ever be a supermodel, but we can dream. Okay. Okay, that is great. It is not lifting the base. It is not doing anything weird. Like, no alarm bells are going off just yet. You know, don't ring the bells, Game of Thrones, don't ring them. Okay, time for blush. I don't know if I'm even allowed to say anything about this, but I tell you guys everything, so who cares? I'm just gonna say it and we'll see what happens. Today was actually supposed to be a whole lot different because Blackpink you know, Blackpink. Their team saw my video that I did and they contacted my team and they were like, hey, the girls are coming over for a concert in Amsterdam on Saturday and the girls love her and we would love for them to get connected and film while they're in Holland. So of course I started freaking out, but then unfortunately things got canceled because the girls have the flu, and I think that is so incredible that they always have to keep pushing. You know, when you have a concert, you can't just bail out because you're sick. You have to push through. So unfortunately, they had to cancel all press for the entire day, but they're still doing their concert. So mad respect to the girls of Blackpink. I'm a little sad that our video didn't happen. That's life. And I feel like everything happens for a reason in life. And if not now, maybe in the future. For highlighter today, I'm going in with this oldie but goodie. This is by M.A.C. This is the Extra Dimension Skin Finish in Double Gleam. Haven't dipped into this in forever, but somehow I saw this in my stash and I was like, oh, we're putting that on our face today, so let's glow. Like, I almost forgot how good this is. Like, people are sleeping on this Double Gleam. And since this is a more matte foundation, I don't mind giving myself that glass skin look. So I'm pulling that highlighter all the way towards the top corner of my lip. And that gives you that glass skin sheen. Guys, everything is just applying like a dream. It's like a velvet soft journey. Now, like I said, it is a more matte foundation, so I don't mind really kicking up that glow using my highlighter. So I'm gonna make things look dewy. Okay, not that it changes anything for the look, but I'm just gonna do lips on camera too while I have you here. First, gonna line. For lipstick, I'm gonna go in with the Kylie Nova lipstick. Such a pretty color. Get a little bit of gloss, because gloss just, you know, makes the day. All right, and then of course, setting spray to make everything look like skin again. Oh, my lashes are wet. I zoomed you in a bit more to really give you the chance to look at my skin. And as you can see, it's like this veil of perfect matteness, the perfect coverage. Everything just looks like well placed, like everything looks on point. All right, and that is what the completed face looks like using the Juvia's Place I Am Magic foundation and concealer. I will save all my final thoughts and my final verdict towards the end of this video. Now I'm just gonna live my life, wear this out, try this out for hours upon hours, you know, and see if this holds, because if this holds, I have found my new holy grail. So I'm gonna do that right now and I'm gonna take you through the day. So let's go. All right, so I'm just sitting here on my couch. The makeup has been on for like 2 hours now. I quickly wanted to come on here and ask you for the biggest favor of my life. Today is Saturday, tomorrow is Sunday, and tomorrow I'm uploading this video. So when you're seeing this, today, Mikai, my little brother who passed away, would have turned 15. Down here in Europe, we have a charity called N.Y.M.P.H, and the N.Y.M.P.H is a mountain in France. Every year, people climb these mountains by walking up it or biking up it to raise money for charity. And it's always to raise money for more research on cancer. If you're not familiar with the story of my little brother, he had cancer that specifically hit his muscles and like all the soft tissue in his body. It's a rare type of cancer that's really unknown, and more money needs to be available to do research. So my stepdad, my older brother, Dylan, myself, and Linda are gonna join charity. Linda and myself are gonna walk up the N.Y.M.P.H to raise money, and the men, Dylan, my brother, and my stepdad are gonna bike it. And we've been training, and my question to you is, if you have $1, if you have $2, $10, anything, please donate in the link down below. The N.Y.M.P.H is a nonprofit charity, so all the money, all of it goes to research for cancer. And the more research, the more lives that can be saved. And I wish there was more research. And I just wish that there was enough research, you know, to save Mikai. He has opened my eyes to to really enjoy life. And we're really doing this for him and for all the people out there that suffer from cancer. And cancer needs to be defeated, and to defeat it we need money. So we're hiking and biking up that mountain for him and for everyone out there. This is my moment to ask my glow babies to help donate the charity. And that would truly mean the world. I will leave the link down below where you can donate, and anything helps. Yeah, now I'm gonna stop crying and keep this makeup on for hours to see how it does. Okay, on our way to dinner. Babe, do you like my foundation?
It's amazing.
We got an amazing. Okay, been wearing it for 7 hours. It's looking good. And it's not settling into fine lines. I still look good. So what usually happens for me after like 5-6 hours is that it kind of like settles into my smile lines, but it's not doing that today. Do you still like it?
Of course.
Thank you. So one of my all-time favorite things in life is the Eurovision Song Contest, and I'm watching. It's the finals, and let's hope Holland wins, because if Holland wins, I'm gonna demand to be the host next year. But all right, guys, so I've been wearing the foundation and concealer mix for 13 hours now, and it's time for me to call it a day. I just wanted to hop back in to show you what my face looks like, and I am so impressed with what I'm seeing. Of course, there's a little bit of oiliness going on here on the T-zone. Like I said earlier, I do have an oily T-zone. So the sides of my nose have started to break apart a little bit. Like you can see a little bit of separation going on right here. Other than that, it looks absolutely insane. My lips look crusty. So right now it is 1:30 here in Holland, and I am ready to go to bed. So what I'm gonna do is take my makeup off and give my thoughts a night to really settle down and see what I think of the foundation and the concealer. And then tomorrow morning I will be back to give you my final thoughts and final verdict. So I will see you tomorrow morning looking a whole lot different than this. Good morning, guys. It is time for my final thoughts on the Juvia's Place I.M.P.H foundations and concealers. Okay, so let's start with the I.M.P.H foundation. You guys, I think we have just witnessed this becoming my favorite full coverage foundation out there, and I think we just witnessed this becoming my holy grail foundation on the market. When it comes to full coverage, this blows every other foundation out there out of the water. This is absolutely insane. This can cover the beauty community's drama right now. It has a matte finish, but it isn't the, oh my God, girl, you need moisture matte. It's a beautiful velvet matte that sort of like veils the skin and blurs everything out. I was scared. I don't like matte foundations. So when I saw that this was matte, and when I put it on my face, I was like, oh my God, here we go. This is gonna be bad. It's gonna be so bad. And when I looked in the mirror, I was like, it doesn't look bad yet. And when I was done applying it, I was just waiting for it to become like this crusty, dry mess. But it never became that. It lasted beautifully throughout the day. I think I touched up with powder like 3 times. I always do that. I didn't have to powder more than with other foundations, but I also didn't have to powder less. I am shocked. I am in a state of shock because I was not expecting this. I'm a Juvia's Place affiliate, okay? But that doesn't mean I'm not gonna tell you the truth. And my truth is that I thought this was gonna suck. Even Dylan thought it looked amazing, and he said it looked like I was wearing less, even though I have more coverage going on. So this, in my book, is absolutely insane. It retails for $20, and for those $20, you get 30 milliliters of product. Now, when I compare that to a couple of my other favorites, Fenty, the Pro Filt'r, retails for $35, and with that, you get 32 milliliters of product. I kind of like comparing these because this is a matte and this is a matte, but this is way more of a creamy and thicker matte that sort of hugs the skin, where this one can look very drying on me. So would I recommend the I.M.P.H foundation by Juvia's Place? Absolutely. If you're looking for a full coverage matte veil dream, this is it. And I do feel very comfortable putting my stamp of approval on this. So I do want to let you know that I'm an affiliate to Juvia's Place. So at checkout, if you want to order this or the Nubian Coral palette, you can use discount code Nikki at checkout to save some money. Just putting it out there. You don't have to use my code, but if you want to save some money, there you go. All right, the concealer. I am really, really impressed with this. It is unlike any other concealer that I have in my collection. My Juvia is more high coverage and a little bit drier and like richer in texture. The thing about this is that it is super liquidy, which kind of makes me expect it to have less coverage, but it still has amazing coverage. I think I would have liked this more if it was a teensy bit richer and less liquidy, but that's just my personal preference. I think it's a really, really good concealer. Is it better than Juvia? No. I feel like if you have a drier under eye, this is beautiful. I love that you get 10 milliliters of product for $14, people. $14. And, you know, and when we do compare that to Juvia, $22 for 4.14 milliliters, that's 6 milliliters less. It's an amazing bargain. You get so much product for such a little price that I think it's okay to try this out and see if you like it, because I feel like this is a very broad, sort of general, I'm gonna really like this concealer type of concealer. I feel like it's gonna fit a lot of needs for a lot of people. So foundation, absolute yes. Concealer, a yes. And it's one of those concealers that I feel like a lot of people would just like because it just works. But I will let you be the judge of that. As always, with all of my reviews, all of my first impressions, you own your wallet. I'm not gonna be the person to tell you that you have to get something, but I can really recommend something, and I'm really recommending the foundation, I'm recommending the concealer, but you are the boss. Now let's move on to the Dutch word of the day. In my last video, the Dutch word of the day was for lifetime, levenslang, and here is the winning comment. As for today's Dutch word of the day, I didn't know what to do, and then I asked someone on Twitter, and someone replied to me saying diversity. And since there are 42 shades of foundation, 24 shades of concealer, I think that's a good fitting theme word for today's video. So today's Dutch word of the day is for diversity. Diversiteit. Diversiteit. Juvia's Place is always bringing the diversiteit. As always, if you want to be featured in my next video, all you have to do is leave the Dutch word of the day down below in the comments, or leave a video response on Instagram under the hashtag Dutch word of the day. Good luck. Guys, I want to thank you so much for watching. It has been so much fun testing this out, seeing if I was going to like it, and I'm so glad to report that I'm loving it. I want to thank you so much for watching. I love you. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. I love you. Goodbye. Ta-ta.